If you're feeling stuck right now in life, it's probably because you are stuck. The problem itself is in the word. It's in the feeling. It's in how you're feeling right now. You have to understand that you are not just flesh and bones. You're not just a body. You are an energetic being. You are energy. You're a spirit being having a physical experience. This body vessel is just your suit for maneuvering and experiencing this physical life. What you are essentially is energy. What you want to start thinking about is how to unfuck yourself by moving. Simply put, the solution to a lot of our problems in life is movement. Movement in a forward, upward, positive direction. It could be the movement of your body. It could be the movement of your mind. It could be the movement of your energy. It could be the movement of your hands, your work. It could be the movement of your goals, achieving something. Movement. If you've been feeling stuck for a while, it's probably because you've not been moving. You've not been growing. You've kept yourself in a tiny little container for way too long, and the bigger, more vibrant aspect of you knows that you're bullshitting yourself. And so when you wake up every day feeling like shit, it's because your future self is already experiencing the fantastic things that you want in this life. And your future self is looking at you right now and just wondering, when are you going to get the fuck up and move? And so all of this is about movement. And I want to share with you a very simple exercise that you can give to yourself so that you can unfuck yourself really quickly and begin to move. This exercise, I call it giving yourself a tiny, tempting project. Please permit the roosters. It is 3 a.m. in the morning. I am filming for YouTube. I am doing the work of the Lord. And the roosters have to do their work too. We receive that. What I call a tiny, tempting project. It is a very tiny project that you can begin to work on immediately that will require not more than 2 to 3 months to execute. This is something that you can look forward to. This is something that you can do happily. And so a very simple example of that, let's say you wanted to write a book that was 75,000 words, for example, if that was your dream. If you have been just talking about how you want to be an author, you want to write a book, but you never actually write the book, then you're not moving. And that thought in your head that you are not doing the thing that you've been saying that you want to do is part of the reason why you are keeping yourself down and you're feeling like shit and you're feeling stuck. And so you want to move in the direction of this goal by creating a tiny, tempting project. So a simple example of that will be creating a tiny ebook guide that you can share online with your followers. It could be an ebook guide that is just 3,000 words, and you can do this by writing 500 words every single day. That singular act of waking up every single day to put 500 words on the page so that you can have 3,000 words for your tiny guide is exactly the step that you need to create a 75,000 word book. We have to come to the point where we understand that our goals, our dreams, they are just posts. They are like benchmarks. They're just measurements for, what we are doing on this earth. What we are really asking for is a change of ourselves, a transformation. And that transformation that we are asking for can only come by doing things that will actually move us in the direction of that transformation. And so ultimately, your tiny tempting project is going to help you start developing the skills that you need for your actual main project. It's going to kickstart you on the way. You're doing exactly what you want to be doing anyway. Your goals are just measurements. They're just like benchmarks for what it is that you're achieving in life. It's not really what you want. If you want to release books, if you want to be an author, yeah, having books is nice. But being someone who writes every day is the process to having a book. So how about we focus on that tiny project of doing something every single day that leads us into that direction? And so another example, if your goal is to have maybe 20,000 followers on Instagram. Looking at your Instagram and saying, oh, you have only 2,000 followers right now, and using that to stop yourself and complain and talk about what you don't have and what you need to make your content, you're wasting time. What you need to get more followers on any platform is to post more content that is valuable that people want to see. And so your tiny, tempting project can be, I'm going to post content consistently for 2 months without bullshitting myself and complaining about shit. That is a better way to operate than to worry about how you don't have this and you don't have that and you cannot start and you're stuck and you're not happy. No, that's not going to help you. But I promise you, what will help you is movement in the forward direction of your own aspirations. Movement. When you see yourself winning, when you see yourself taking action, and you see yourself making effort and putting in the time and giving yourself the opportunity to fail and the opportunity to start and the opportunity to do it and the opportunity to come back, you're watching yourself. You cannot run away from yourself. At this point, you begin to earn your own self-respect. And so all you have to do is to put the time back in every single day, put the reps in, and keep on coming back to it. A tiny, tempting project. Give yourself a project to work on for the next couple of months, 2 to 3 months. What is that project going to be? And just go all in. Just forget about all the things that you're worried about. Forget about, the problems that you may have right now. Forget about the thoughts, the feelings. Forget about all of that. And just say to yourself, I'm going to work on creating something for the next 2 to 3 months. This is my tiny project. This is my baby. And I'm going to commit to this project. And at the end of 2 to 3 months, I'm going to come back and then I'm going to talk. But for right now, we need to work. We need to get something going. We need to get something out. We need to create something. We need to use our energy for creation and not complaining, not obsessing over what we have and what we don't have and worrying about what's happened and what's not happened. No, let's just create a tiny thing that is in the same direction with the big things that we want to achieve. I hope that I helped you. I hope that I wanted to share this with you today because this is something that is helping me right now. And in a way, I'm dropping this as a diary for my future self because I know that things are going to happen in the future of me where I'll feel like shit and I'll need someone to talk to and I'll feel like, oh my God, what am I doing with my life? And I'd love to come back to this video and watch myself tell myself, you need a tiny, tempting project. This has saved my life every single time that I felt like shit. This has helped me unfuck myself many times over. Just last year, I gave myself a tiny, tempting project of releasing an album out of the blue. I had no marketing plan, no marketing budget. I had no label, nothing. All I had was some money to pay my producers and the need to release some music. And so I went into the studio and I made songs and I compiled 8 fantastic songs and I made an album. A tiny, tempting project. I didn't say, oh, I don't have money for videos. I don't have money for marketing. I haven't done music in a long. No, I want to make a tiny album. And I worked on it and I did it. And it was a fantastic album. My producers came through for me. I'm so grateful for that. My fans love the music. You can check it out. It's linked in the description down below. And I look back and I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. And when I take a look at the time in my life, in the year 2022, I can say to myself, look, I released an album in 2022. This was a project. And so this is a great way to start thinking about your life and thinking about time. Instead of thinking about time in months and saying, oh, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, you think about, oh, 2022, my book, my YouTube channel, my film, all the projects that I did. This is a fantastic way to measure time. And I learned this, I'm a writer. So every time that I write, like I could write for 2 hours and it could be like maybe 2,000 words in 2 hours. And I'll look at it and I'll be like, this is a measurement of time, a tiny thing that I created in 2 hours. This is a great way to really think about life. How can you create projects through the year so that when you look back 10 years from now, you say, in 2023, I had projects X, Y, Z, D, E, G, and this is how I measured the year 2023. This is how you unfuck yourself. Well, this is how I am unfucking myself, and I hope it helps you unfuck yourself today. Send this to someone that you care about and tell them, watch this video if you want to unfuck yourself. Did this help you? Drop a love in the comments. Let me know that you're here. I'll see you in the next one. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next one. My name is Eva Alodia. I'll see you soon. Woo! Check the description. I have left you some important resources, ebooks, classes, guides, and things that will help you grow your audience online and monetize with digital courses. If you're interested in that, definitely check it out. Here's a project that I want to give to you to consider today. If you're someone who loves to teach and you love the idea of getting paid to teach what you know, would you like to give yourself the tiny, tempting project of getting paid for your knowledge? If you said yes, I want to invite you to watch my masterclass, the Monetization Masterclass. In this 2-hour in-depth training, I teach you how to turn what you know into income online by monetizing yourself. I know that so many people, like this idea of becoming a one-person business, growing an audience online and monetizing their knowledge. Yeah. We can talk about it all day, but if you are not about it, you're not about it. So check the link in the description down below. You'll see the class. It's called the Monetization Masterclass. I want to invite you to go watch that class right now. It will give you the boost, the inspiration, and all the resources that you need to get started on turning your knowledge into income online. I'll see you in the next one. Make sure you subscribe. Bye.